Now, there are people out there who will charge you for makeup even though they cannot even do it themselves. Makeup has become such a trend, even though it's been around for years, but doing makeup, getting makeup treatments has become such a trend for salons and stuff like that. They will just let anyone do it. So today we are watching a worst reviewed makeup video from Julia Gizmina. I will leave a full link to her channel down below, but she does have some pretty crazy times. As I always like to say in these videos, individuality and creativity have no rules, but makeup has a theory, especially if you're going to charge people for it, right? Okay, let's have a look.
Let me tell you, for this being the worst reviewed makeup artist salon, I was so comfortable. It was a good start because I was so comfortable. But I didn't know that it would mean that she would put 100 layers of everything on my face. So let's just try to relax while we watch this unfold.
Straight up, you know me, hygiene, a product like this shouldn't come straight from the, it should be used with disposables, or wipe that on a palette wipe it on the palette, put it back, put it away, and go in from the palette with a brush. And it's the wrong color, there's that too. Wait, so what is this though? Is this a contour product? Because now, I mean, it's concealer, but what's she using it for? Because she's using it to contour these areas, because she's doing it in a line. She's also using it around the eyes to conceal, and on the forehead as the color. So what are we using this product for? Because your contour has to be deeper than your skin tone, has to be colder than your skin tone. So what's the deal here? And it's just putting the lighter in between, but the middle of the forehead is that darker shade. And on the eyelid. Oh, are we mixing the color? Do you see what I mean? It's being used as a coverage product, but also as a sculpting product at the same time. That sponge looks really dirty as well. We're dragging. You're not meant to drag a sponge around. Tap, 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 tap. The benefit of beauty blenders is that bounce you get and the way it pushes product into the skin. To be fair, once it's blended all together, the shade isn't that far off. I mean, if we look here compared to here, for example, it's not that far off. It's a bit yellow, yes. But like, why did we put these lines on the cheeks? You know what I mean? When it's all just been blended in. Oh no, that's off. I bet that sponge stinks as well. It just looks filthy. Oh yeah, great. Make a mask around the face. Just stop around here, especially if it's the wrong color. When you rub like this, you lose all coverage. Well, most coverage. And you also get a really uneven texture. Ugh. Imagine someone pressing your throat.
A little bit neck area as well, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
What about your ears?
Yeah.
Because it's match, yeah?
Thank you.
People think putting makeup on your ears is crazy, but it's actually a really great idea, especially if your ears get red quite easy. I mean, you can see my ears are quite red in comparison to my face. I could have covered them with makeup. There's so many different layers going on here. There's another layer of that. Oh, I see what she meant now by like 100 layers of foundation. A lot going on the eyelids as well. You don't need that much concealer, if any, on the eyelids, especially if you're doing eye makeup. This is patchy. Look at all those patches of skin. And she's trying to cover up blemishes, but at the same time, she's undoing all her work with this dragging motion off the sponge. Oh, more? Though, I do like this concealer, but it's quite unhygienic to use on clients. On yourself, fine, you can take it off, wash it. On clients, I wouldn't be doing that. It would be to, again, put onto a palette from the applicator. You can't even see anything. Well, so it should sound a darker concealer. We're doing more. What's this? What's this area here? Cheekbones here. So we can move this down to here or down here. I don't know why that's up there. You can't just draw lines on the face and hope for the best. Faces have structure. You know what I mean? We've already got like a ring around the face. This is going to make it more separate. You know what I mean? Her skin tone is going to look like a completely different face. A mask like. Oh, I can't. It's so patchy. It's so patchy. Blending is probably the most important thing in makeup. You have to know how to blend. Again, we're using a tiny, tiny brush to get... There's nothing there. What's she doing? There's nothing on there. You need a bigger brush for this. Or even your finger would have been better to get that main color on the lid. Again, it's patchy because when you use a small, dense brush, you're applying product like that and then wiping. Where you hit the skin first with a product, especially on concealer, it's going to grip to that powder and then you're going to wipe it. It's patchy. The blend is better with a finger. Look how where it's applied, it will grip the most, and as it's being blended out, it's not really moving. Can you see those like dots? Even as she goes to blend it, you can still see there's density in that one area. You need a bigger brush and tap onto the lid to evenly distribute that color. And you've gone from this bright, vibrant red to this pink eye pink. It looks like when you wash your face, or you've been wearing like a purple or a pink eyeshadow, and then you wash your face and it stains the eye.
Sure.
What? What? What is that? I wonder what color she's using. Was that like a red? Why would you use a... Okay. Why would you use a red, first of all? Or, sorry, why would you use an eyeshadow on a brush that big on the eye area unless you were... I don't know what you're doing. Now, I don't know if she's trying to make a cut crease here, but when you make a cut crease, you don't drag like this because it will be feathery and gappy. Can you just remind everyone that these people are charging this person to do this to their face? Now, what's that meant to be now? What's that meant to be now? You could do this, if we're doing a cut crease, like a line, you can do this with a pencil before the powder goes down and slowly buff it out. You can choose a slim brush with eyeshadow, but you have to be really gentle and go. Or you can kind of do what I've done here and use a synthetic brush to create a cut crease shape. Or like what I did on the outside there. Now we're doing something completely different on the other side. I'm so confused. Are we making a cut crease shape? And can you see as well how she's dragging the eyelid? When your eyelid skin like creases like that, you're not gonna get a smooth result. It's just uneven. Stop dragging. Just go a little bit at a time. Like sketch it out first. What's happening? Honestly, no shame in using fingers. If it works, it works. This is savable. We can save it. Oh, okay, maybe not. No, you can save this. A blending brush. If you're gonna charge people for makeup, invest some of that money in a blending brush. Now that's not awful. Would you pay for it? Probably not, no. I hope she cuts, you need to use a disposable. I hope she cuts off a little bit to sharpen up those points. And when I watched this one, last time I watched one of her videos, oh fuck. I'm gonna have to match that now. Somebody was like, I think she like tells them what to do and then they recreate it. Which, sure, but if you're given the picture and you can't, and you feel you can't recreate that look, you say, I can't recreate that look. You don't then charge them 20 to 100 pounds, however much you charge, to try and recreate it. She fixed that mistake, but what she could have just done is waited for that liner to dry and then gently brushed it off, and she wouldn't have to try and match up the other side in such a strange way. Nothing is coming off that brush. That's gonna crease. Right in this area where the eyelid is a little bit more creasy, that's gonna crease up eventually. The artist also, a lot of the time, waits until there's absolutely zero product on the brush, but then also keeps going. Go back in. You won't get that jagged texture and finish. That looks not great. Honestly, the hygiene in this is terrible. Imagine how many people's eye this liner has touched. That felt tip has touched. There was no cleaning before, nothing like that. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna do it under the eye? She could have done it with her eyes closed anyway. Where are these lines going? Is it just 3 lines that meant to be going? Are they gonna meet? Are they gonna join? Okay. Oh, you can see that one went down a bit. Oh. Kind of. Have we fixed it slightly? By joining that in. It has made the line look more, you know, liney. Oh god, oh god. Oh, slow down, take your time. Take a break. That's gonna look, when she opens her eyes, watch that shape, oh god. Watch that shape change. I have a brush on my lash line. It's itching me there. Oh, is that it? We're not going to tidy up this inside corner or this area? We're not going to tidy that up? That's it for the liner though? It's crusty and dusty. You don't go back in and define that. Even with a powder, the brush you're using right now with a black powder would be great. Just to tap on top and fix those areas. Oh, did she do it? She kind of did it. She kind of did it. It skipped there, but she did do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't have the skill. You don't have the skill. Okay, that's not the worst, but let's see if we can get symmetrical the other side. No. Instantly you can tell no. We cannot. Let's see. Let's see. Face that way. This is why I think when they lay down, I don't think it's the best for symmetry. You need to have them in a mirror so you can see them and go backwards and forwards. Oh my god. Symmetry isn't that bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And we're going to go in with that same brush we've been using for everything in the brows. And just wipe across. That's not terrible. I like you can see the hairs in the brows and everything like that. I have a feeling it's going to get a bit worse. But we will see. See, your eyebrow shouldn't be joining your eye makeup like that. You know what I mean? Like it's joining the tip of her eye makeup. Like it's a full circle. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? That's coming in even rounder in. She's rounding that off even more. Very unusual. Very unusual. I mean, do you want your eyes to be a circle? More concealer. More concealer. She has been doing a lot of leaning on her face, to be fair. That's why I like to do the eyes first, because you never know if you're going to get fallout. You never know if you're going to have to add concealer and cut something off. Or you never know if you're going to be leaning on the face. So, yeah, I like to do foundation first. No, I don't. Eyes first. Okay, we're doing some contouring. That's not a terrible colour for contour. Again, not hygienically used, but it's not the worst colour. Cheeks looking a bit Lady Gaga-esque, you know? She needs to stay away from her chin. Her chin, that's the same brush we used for that eyeshadow earlier, do you remember? Not bad. That's not bad. It's blended nicely. There's some face structure going on there, so it's not the worst. Could be better, but it could be worse too. Not a lot of precision going on when it comes to the blending. It's just grab a brush and let it hit whatever part of the face. More concealer. Why are we adding more concealer? It's on this big brush. It's getting patchy and patchier and patchier. We don't need patches of concealer everywhere. What's this now? Blush? Okay. Do you know what? In terms of where the contour is and in terms of where the blush has been positioned, that's quite nice. That slight overlap of the contour of a bronze, whatever it is, and the blush together is quite nice. You know, it blends nicely. It looks a bit more seamless. That's not a terrible. If we just look at the cheek, that's not terrible, right? In this lighting. Yeah, not the worst cheeks. It's not terrible. The eyes, I'm getting used to, I guess. Oh god. That same brush. Welcome back the brush. And it's a lip product. At least it's being used hygienically, I assume. So that's uneven. So I'm sure she'll see it, she'll spot it. Okay, should we stop and please don't stop there. Please don't stop just that lip. Okay, let's finish the lip first actually, and then I'll say something. I like that she's getting right into those corners. Sometimes people miss the inside corners. Okay, so when you're going to do a lip on yourself, on anyone else, and you're going to overdraw it slightly, you need to think about where you're going to overdraw it, right? Because we have on one side, this outside corner is completely overdrawn. And so is this area here, and so is a cupid's bow, the full cupid's bow. On this side here, we have a kind of a sloping cupid's bow that goes all the way around the lip and then tucks in as it gets to the inside corner. These are two completely different lips, it's completely different halves. So you need to think, am I going to overdraw the cupid's bow all the way down and then tuck it in, or am I going to just overdraw the cupid's bow, tuck it in, maybe come out here, you know?
Close tight. Dab, dab. Very nice. Lovely.
Oh, it looks really cute. Yeah, it looks really nice. Alright guys, I just came out of my appointment. The lips look very questionable.
They're really kind of botched, like one side is up, one side is down. Also, all that time spending trying to get details around the eyes, and this is the eye shape. You can't see half of it. Now, if she had done that with her eyes kind of open and close, and checking each time, you would have been like, hey, you know what, we don't really need to bother, or taking that detail higher so you can actually see the detail, because a lot of it's hidden underneath. Yeah, obviously the lip is a little bit crazy there. So it's not the worst, but I mean, you could take the lip away and it would be, I mean, you wouldn't look at her and be like, oh, you look crazy, you know what I mean? But it's also not the best. I just feel like if you're charging people to do their makeup, you should know what you're doing. Okay, let me know your opinions down below. How much would you pay for this? Would be the question. Thank you so much for joining me. Consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.